Hey guys, Delta here, and the day has finally come. It's June 10th. E3 2013 is finally upon us, and I've decided I'm going to do a bit of an E3 preview commentary sort of thing here, just to talk about really what to expect out of the show, and really what I'm looking forward to most. So let's start off with the games that I myself am really excited to see more of, and those are two PlayStation 4 exclusives. The first is Infamous Second Son. Infamous is probably my favorite franchise to come out this past generation. I absolutely loved the first game. The second was really good as well, and I'm looking forward to seeing what Sucker Punch can do with the PS4. What the new game is going to look like. I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing some actual gameplay. The trailer we've seen so far was gameplay footage, but from cinematic angles. That's what Sucker Punch has said. So I'm looking forward to seeing the actual gameplay. I want to see how it plays, how similar it is to the previous games, how different it is, and I'm also looking forward to learning more about the new main character, Delsin Rowe. It's going to be really interesting, and I believe Troy Baker's playing him again. That guy's in everything. He's becoming the new Nolan North. He was Booker DeWitt in Bioshock Infinite. He's Joel in The Last of Us, and now he's playing Delsin. Who knows? He's going to start popping up as random grunts eventually, isn't he? Just like Nolan North. Hopefully not, because that's ruined Nolan North, his voice, for me. The second game I'm looking forward to seeing is Killzone Shadowfall. I'm a huge Killzone fan. That's something anyone who's been subscribed to me over my last bunch of channels over the last 5 years now should know. So I'm really looking forward to Shadowfall. It looks like a combination of 2 and 3 in terms of the gameplay. That's what Guerrilla Games is saying they're going for. The lead multiplayer designer from Killzone 2 is back in charge, so I'm looking forward to that. And with the power of the PlayStation 4, they want to get this game running at 1080p and 60 frames per second. 60 frames per second on Shadowfall would be a first for the Killzone franchise, and would be absolutely glorious to play. It's the reason a lot of my friends haven't been able to get into Killzone, is because it's running at 30 frames, and I agree, it wasn't as bad in Killzone 2, but in Killzone 3, it didn't even hold the 30 frames per second, so it made it really difficult to play sometimes. So if they can get this running at a steady 60 frames per second, that will be unreal. So those are the two games that I'm really excited to see. Of course, there are plenty of other games I'm going to be paying attention to, plenty of other stuff. And I'll pay attention to Call of Duty Ghosts. I don't follow the series really anymore, I don't care for it. But I do kind of want to see what's going on, what they're doing, if only to see it crash and burn. There's still probably plenty of people that are going to buy it, but it was funny yesterday watching the E3 All Access, or the Call of Duty Ghosts All Access, and they were talking about the amazing fan reception to the dog. I believe his name is Riley. I'm sorry, Infinity Ward, 90% of that reception has been people making fun of the dog, making fun of the fact that you're getting so excited, like, we have this big next-gen feature, we have a dog in your squad, this is someone you care about. People are mocking you. That is where all this response has come from. Of course, Battlefield 4, both these games with their initial reveals, I guess, the 17-minute single-player level of Battlefield 4, the 2 5-minute demos of Call of Duty Ghosts, I wasn't thrilled with either of those. I wasn't impressed at all. They both look, Call of Duty is Call of Duty. We can expect it to look like previous entries in the series. Battlefield 4 looks like Battlefield 3.5. It really does, and that's really disappointing for me, coming from DICE, and as someone who's played the Battlefield games since 1942 back on the PC. The other big game I'm really excited about is Watch Dogs. I'm definitely paying attention to that. It's one of those games I'm looking to get when I get a PS4 in the fall or the winter, whenever I get it. I haven't decided whether I'm going right at launch or if I'm going to wait a little bit. But I'm definitely planning to pick one up before the year's end. So the next big thing, the next generation, of course. You got the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One. I'm personally excited for the for the PlayStation 4. I've been paying a lot of attention to the Xbox One lately because it's been hilarious for me. I don't want the Xbox One to fail, right? Competition between companies like this brings a better product to the consumer. It's better for all of us. But it's been hilarious watching Microsoft tripping up over themselves, doing damage control galore, and It's funny watching them fall to the same mistakes that Sony made last generation with their arrogance about the PlayStation 3, and it's coming back to it's biting them really quickly. But it is disappointing to see them kind of screwing up like this, and I hope they do have something up their sleeve at E3 to gain some ground back. But I'm a PlayStation guy. That's the one I'm going with. You know, I am worried that the PS4 will have DRM similar to the Xbox One, though most of the rumors are now saying that while there will be something, Sony has really backed off of it because of the negative response to the Xbox One. And really, unless Sony does have similar DRM, I think the Xbox One may be dead on arrival, because I don't think its launch lineup can take on the PS4. The PS4, we already know a bunch of the launch games: Watch Dogs, Killzone Shadowfall, Infamous, Second Son. There's a bunch of free-to-play games coming, a lot of indie games coming. But if you go past the launch lineup, there are 48 games confirmed for the PlayStation 4 already, and we only know what a handful of Sony's first-party studios are doing. We still don't know what probably half of those studios are doing, and we don't know what a lot of their second-party studios are doing. So unless Microsoft really has something special, and I mean something beyond Halo 5, Gears of War 4, Forza 5, and probably a new Fable, beyond that, they really do need something, because they are seriously losing ground right now. So my predictions overall, a large and varied launch lineup for the PS4. That was one of the biggest problems for the PS3 in its first year and a half, is it didn't have games. Sony is not going to make that mistake again. There's going to be a lot of games available at launch and in the 6 months following it. A lot of those will probably be indie and free-to-play, but there'll also be a lot of AAA titles. They got, I believe it's 12 first-party studios. They're all going to be making games. Those will all probably come out in the first year or two of the console. There'll probably be a big surprise for each console. I wouldn't be shocked if Microsoft has landed at least a timed exclusive on on one or more games. Fallout 4, Mirror's Edge 2 are a couple that have been rumored. We already know that Respawn Entertainment's new game Titanfall is at least a timed exclusive for Xbox and PC. And I'm sure Sony has something. Well, we already know Sony has something crazy planned that we don't know about. Jeff Keighley and Greg Miller have tweeted about being shown something that is going to be shown at the conference tonight. That is pretty awesome. So I'm excited for that. There's gonna be obviously surprises. I think that the PS4 is going to have less or no DRM compared to I should say no additional DRM, because there was some DRM on the current generation of consoles, but I don't think if it has any additional DRM, it won't be much because of the negative response to the Xbox One. And I think the Xbox One will regain some ground. It'll earn some people back, but the PS4 is still going to be in the lead. Microsoft has done too much damage to themselves to get it all back right now. People are still going to buy the console. People will still enjoy it. But it's not my cup of tea. I know a lot of my friends, it's not for them. They're going for the PlayStation 4, and these are guys who have been Xbox through and through for the last 10 years. So Microsoft really has their work cut out for them. Sony, depending on what Microsoft does, because I think they have the first conference today. Depending on what they do, Sony could land a serious knockout blow tonight. But that's it. That's my thoughts on E3. That's what I'm looking forward to. That's really what to expect, the big things to expect. There'll be plenty of surprises, I'm sure. Definitely looking forward to those. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comments, and subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys next time.